Here we are again, going to do some testing, this time with some aerosols. So we decided rather than just spraying it on the race, we're going to actually fill some into the tray where it will come up on the race. So we've got enough WD-40 looks like to be on the race. Cecil's going to come to the other side and we will see what happens with, yep, and that's pulling up on the race. I'll move it up and down to make sure we can have plenty on today. Oh, that didn't last long. Okay, and then I'm going to stop and we'll go to a different product. I guess we might look at the wear. Make it over here in the right place. You can kind of see what that looks like, yeah. Okay.
With 2 weights.
2 weights, WD-40. And I'll show you, we're going to go ahead because we are getting some material on the race each time. Not only are we cleaning out the pan, but Cecil's also going to take emery cloth to the race and we're going to make sure that it's a good clean surface, which will also give us an even cleaner place to start. And we of course will rotate the bearing just a little bit so we can make sure we've got a new place to start. And this time we're going to do some LPS, I think. So spray quite a bit in there. That's where we get. Now, is this completely scientific? Well, no, because there might be some differences when you're actually spraying the product on rather than having enough of the product in a pan. But again, we're just trying to get an idea of what differences we're going to see with a spray lubricant. Now, LPS is one that's used by some of the manufacturing facilities. The one that Cecil used to work at used that product. So here we go with LPS. Plenty of product on the bearing, right? LPS, same thing. 2 weights, which is about what we see with most lubricants when we're looking at the metal treatment. And that appears to be a little bit less. Maybe not quite as big a divot as compared to the WD-40. And so now we'll do another clean. So here we go again. And you can see just a little bit on this race. I want to show you. Oops, get my finger out of the way. You can see there's just a mark on there, and then I'm going to show it to you after he's finished. So we're actually leaving some of the bearing is actually coming off onto the race, which makes sense. And now you can see really nice and shiny and smooth. So we've got a good place to start each time. Now this time we're going to go with a product that's called Spray-On LU711. This again is a product that was used in the manufacturing facility where Cecil worked. And so it's hard to spray just a little bit when you kind of get with that tube without getting it all over everything. Yeah, that looks good. Looks like we've got enough to to a surface. Spray on LU a 711. Let's make sure that we're getting plenty up on the rice.
We need a little bit more, don't we?
Well, no, I think it's picking up. Yes. It looks almost like a little foamy the way that this product looks. Wow. Well, that one started hollering at us before we even. We're just on that very first one, and let's see how much wear we got.
Trash.
Oops, keep getting. Yeah, it's pretty deep divot in there. And here we go again to clean off our rice. And this is after the spray on LU 711. Kind of surprised at how quick that one locked up, honestly. Okay, so we've cleaned out the pan, and we're going to go with the LDL-2, which actually you'll be able to see when we spray this product. It kind of foams up a little bit differently. It does just foam up a lot, which some of the other products did as well. And we'll look and see if we make sure that there's some on the rice or that's going to pick up on the rice. I think you're going to have to put a little bit more in there. So the LDL-2 has some foaming properties, has more of the metal treatment in it. And I guess for a heavier application, for maybe something where you want more of it to cling to the metal, then it's a possibility here, and it looks like it's just really going to be right at the bottom of the rice. So we're going to try this real quick. Move to
Smooth surface.
yep, we move to a smooth surface. And you can see that this actually does act a little bit different. It's really pulling out much quicker and kind of clinging to the rice. So again, for the application where you really want something to kind of foam up and cling to your part a little bit more, maybe you've got something at very high speed, and we're just adding the weights to it that we pretty much know. If LDL-1 did good, the LDL-2 with even more of the metal treatment is just, there's just not much to even think about. Just put the weights on there. And I have to be honest, it's quieter. Yeah. It is really quiet. It's almost like there's not pressure there. You can just tell it is some sort of wear or some sort of contact. But I'm not sure what we're going to compare to. I mean, the other one, just LDL-1 had a shiny spot. Maybe this one's going to be a smaller shiny spot. I'm not sure. Maybe we'll only be able to see it. I'm going to find out here. Can you see his shiny spot? I think you have to turn it just a little bit. Yeah, you have to turn it just a little bit, and then come back. And so we can just kind of compare the two between the LDL-1 and the LDL-2. And then if you rotate on around, you can see where the other products we were using. Yeah, that was one the first time, that's one the second time, and then that's two.
That's a whole lot less.
Yeah. So a little bit more of the metal treatment on LDL-2. And we're going to try one more thing here in just a second. Now we haven't done anything to the rice. All we've done is drop the pan. So again, now what we're going to do is we're going to run this dry. So this is LDL-2, just like we did with the 1, and we're going to run it dry. again, there's almost no noise at all. It's almost, you'd think that you're running the bearing the other direction. You know, like it was running and rotating rather than running on a friction surface. I could tell a little bit of difference in the motor. Sounded like the motor got a little bit of drag to it. So here we are running with just the residual of LDL-2, 12 weights. We're really going to have to come up and see what the information says about how much pounds per square inch that is. Because it's a lot of weight. You know, one thing we haven't been looking at, amp, and so the amp, you know, we probably should have shown that on one of the other products to show what it does on amperage, but that's pretty impressive when you can have that much weight and all you've got is the residual, which on a spray lubricant is what you're looking for. You want to spray it on there and you want only the residual is going to have to do the lubrication for you. Otherwise, you're going to have to be spraying it, you know, all the time. And actually, with the other products, it doesn't matter if you sprayed it all the time, or it doesn't appear to. And lid,
Same size, basically.
yeah, same size, shiny spot. Okay, and we're going to try one more experiment. Last experiment we're going to do here, we're going to get a new paper towel, so we don't have to worry about any of the product being left over on paper towel. And we are going to clean the race. And we're going to use a new emery cloth piece and clean this off really good. So again, we do not have any possibility of any product left on here. Clean it off, you can see you've got a really good shiny piece there. And then we're going to go to, again, a flat, I think we'll just go to a new surface, as long as we got room left. Is there still room left on the, yeah? Okay. Yeah, we're getting almost around to where the other, you know, where we started with the first product, but we're at a clean space. Go ahead and wipe that off real good with a paper towel too. You know, just because it, you know, gets stuff splattered up on it. So get it in the center of the. Okay.
Grind this one time, make sure there's no turn it on and put a little weight on it. Make sure
No, I
there's
think.
no metal treatment on it.
No, I think we just. Oh, you mean make it scream? Make it work. I think, and don't put the.
Well, I'm just going to catch it
Okay.
so that it don't go.
Okay. So what we're going to do is we're just going to take the LDL-2. Not going to put it in the pan. Just going to spray it. Oh. Yep. So it's not actually running in the pan, and I'm going to show you again. There's not enough in the pan to pick up. So that's just what was sprayed on. And you want to go with weights. By the way, we haven't tried any of this before, so we've done none of this before. We had no idea what was actually going to happen. Now I'm starting to hear a little noise, just a little bit, but the amperage hadn't gone up any. It's almost back up to 350, which is where we were before. Now all we did was just spray that on. It's not running in the bath. That's just one spray, one shot of LDL-2. Now, I will say this, look, we're at 358, 357, where before we were at 350. So it does appear that we've got a little bit more pressure of some sort here. Let's see what the bearing looks like. Now that's what a real application would be. You'd walk up and you would spray the product and wow, do you see any wear? Just a shiny spot like we had before. So that's real life application. You walk up, you spray LDL-2 on the surface that you're trying to lubricate, and that's what you can expect.